Hey,
How's everybody doing?
How y'all doing?
Welcome back to Breathe If You Agree.
Welcome back.
What a week.
What a week.
What a week. It feels like a year.
It does. It does feel like the episode from last week where I think I wore the same shirt. Awesome.
You're an outfit repeater.
Outfit repeater. It feels like it's been a week. I also, you know what I was thinking about on my way here? Not to make things dark, but
Dick.
they are dark. Yeah. I was like, oh my God, is this under... I'm not even gonna say it, but like in the future, will this podcast be could we get in trouble?
We'll be slayed.
Slayed in the bad way.
We will be slayed.
Yeah, like you know how we always think of slay as a good thing. This is the bad kind of slayed.
Yeah.
We there is public, there's a public platform and there's a public history of us just absolutely ripping on our next president of the United States, who clearly seems to be wanting to go after those who do that.
Totally. And
She's filled.
yeah. Well, we did leave our digital footprint.
We did. You know when they say the internet is forever, they meant it.
It definitely is. And you know what though? Good.
Yeah, good. I stand by it.
Take me.
Take me, baby.
Oh,
Or
leave me. Guess I'm leaving. I'm
gone. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah. Well, welcome back.
Yeah, we're not gonna definitely.
We're not gonna make
We're not gonna harp.
We're gonna harp
with a
on
P,
it.
right?
Yeah, harp.
Harp. We're not gonna harp on it
Harpoon.
because
we know
very sad, but we're gonna fight and push forward and fight for everybody who, is feeling scared right now and who is feeling uncertain. But we are going to fight for the rights of all people and peace and love and in this nation. And you know what? Until we fucking die, we're always going to be fighting.
Yes.
People came before us and fought, and we're going to continue to.
Yes, you said that so beautifully.
I mean...
Did you practice?
I didn't, but I should have because I feel like sometimes I speak faster than my brain moves. So then it's
that's
like,
me. Yeah, that's me. That's also me. The problem with that is me in any like argument or like conversation or like trying to have some sort of communication. I'm just like I vomit out words because that's how my brain works. But also like the words sometimes come faster, and I'm like, wait, I didn't. That maybe not that part. Maybe leave that part out. That's what editing is good for. But you can't edit in real life. Real life is not a podcast.
No, in real life, I just sound like a dumb bitch.
people just think I'm a lot dumber than I am.
Yeah, they're like, okay.
Yeah,
totally.
but no, I'm completely in agreement with Julian. As all of our listeners know, we always strive to make this a very accepting and welcoming and warm place. Yeah, warm. Keep it warm. But it's a sad time.
It's an interesting place.
Yeah. But it is, yes, in all sincerity, it's a very stressful, sad, anxious time for a lot of people, and for more people more specifically than others. I think we made ourselves very clear on the podcast about kind of where we stood and how we wanted to help protect the rights of women and trans people and queer people and immigrants, and it's just a very scary time. So I think it's important to keep fighting, like Julian said. There's going to be, stay active, but also kind of we have to. It's important that we take a different look at the country, and I think the bubbles and the communities that we exist in, because I think everyone's as a little shocked.
Of course,
I think we're all. I think that Tuesday night was a little reminiscent of 2016 in all the worst ways. And I think it was just, I think it's time we take a kind of like a very serious look at our country and the divide. And yeah, I think an important part of it too is that when people are not taken seriously when they talk about, discrimination and the ways that they're put down, or the way that a woman feels in the workplace, or the way that a black person feels when they're walking down the street, or the way that a queer person feels in a straight space. And I think it's always kind of, a lot of people will mock it, or they'll look down on it, or they'll say you're just being dramatic. People aren't being dramatic.
No.
And that's clear. And unfortunately, this is a terrible way to find that out because it has huge ramifications, and who knows what the future holds. But I think there are a lot of people that need to be checked in on constantly.
Yes, make sure everybody's okay. Check in
Yeah.
on your loved ones and make sure, everybody around you is feeling okay. It's definitely a dark time. And like I said earlier, not to hark on it, but it is something, that's a part of our lives now.
Yeah.
So
It's our reality.
it's
for
our
sure.
reality, and that is
That is
super
real.
scary.
That
but
is real.
we
Yeah.
are in this together,
Yeah.
and to lighten it up, even though I don't want to lighten something that's
So serious.
I'm not taking it not
No.
seriously, but like, and I wish I knew this quote really, but I was gonna say, Cinderella story. It's like, don't let the fear of striking out let you from playing the game.
Okay.
I'm not, as much as I can.
Mm-hmm.
I make this promise to myself, as best as I can,
Mm-hmm.
will never live in fear.
No.
And
Yeah.
I will continue to be as exuberant, as gay,
Mm-hmm.
as proud,
Mhm.
and fighting for those rights. And again, like I said, everybody's, until we achieve what is needed.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
So let's not live in fear. Let's power
Let's-
each other up and be together. And
Let's be ourselves even more than we are. We already are.
Exactly.
I think that's a really, really good point. That's another thing. I don't think anyone should take this. I mean, it's understandable that there are reasons that you feel afraid or upset or sad or less than, but I think everything, we are very much stand by the fact that we support who you are as an individual, and I think like never let that light bright, dim
Yeah.
anymore.
don't let anybody dim it. I don't
No.
care if it's somebody saying it on the street
Yeah.
or the president of the
United States.
United States. Like, sorry.
Yeah,
but
sorry. I know.
I know it's like,
It's it's crazy. It's crazy to say, but yeah. And also, what's not helping? Daylight savings. I know we said it last week.
God.
Everything's dark and it's getting cold, and
It was cold today.
It was
During the
cold.
day.
I know.
I was
Guys.
taking a walk.
I do have to say.
I had to come back and get a sweater.
Oh my God.
Sweater
really?
weather.
Sweater weather. Sweater weather.
Sweater weather.
0.00%. Sweater weather. Shout out to the iconic Emily Spivey who wrote that sketch, who I worked with on Loot.
Amazing.
When
Emily.
I found out
Is
in
she
the
in
writer's
Paris?
room, no, she teaches at a university. So cool.
Love it. We love
Icon.
teachers.
We love it. When I found that out, because she worked at SNL forever, she was there heyday. She was like Amy Poehler, all those people, and she was like, yeah, I was talking about sweater weather, and she was like very timidly, she was like, I wrote that, and I was like, oh. And I think she probably wrote it with other people too.
Yeah.
But that's, I was sitting next to her and I was like, girl, you don't understand.
It's so
You
iconic.
changed the trajectory
Of fall.
Sweater weather. Of fall. Literally, you claimed a whole season,
And that's fierce.
and that's fierce. But yeah, no. I will say though, I'm a little relieved that it's starting to get cold, because I was getting a little nervous there.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if you guys know this, but I've spent some time in New Haven in the past year and a half.
Right.
Yeah.
No, you haven't mentioned
Yeah,
that.
no, I haven't. Yeah.
And why do you go there?
Because I have a gay boyfriend.
Right.
Right.
Guards!
He's over here.
Just kidding. Also, really quickly, because we, brought up that, I think it's slain, not slayed.
Slade, like, oh
Like,
yeah,
we
yeah,
will
yeah.
be slain.
Yeah, we'll be slain for sure. I was just saying Slade because I like it. Like,
No, I
yeah.
think I said slayed before, but then
Yeah.
I just came in my mind. I think
Yeah.
it's slain.
No, we'll be slain for sure.
Okay.
It's slain. Yeah.
All right, moving on.
I was just being like, a dumb little gay guy being like, we'll be Slade.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. Now back to this place.
This place
you've
New
never
Haven.
mentioned called
Yes,
New Haven.
never been. It's the greatest city in the world. Lin-Manuel Miranda said it first about New Haven. But no.
New Haven, Connecticut,
and pizza. So fucking stupid.
Work.
Yes, when I was there, and also, I mean, as plenty of our New York listeners, I'm sure. And by the way, it's not just New York; it's all over the world. Especially in LA this summer, it was like fucking 10,000 degrees every single day. But even New Haven, I'm like, it's November. Why is it hot?
No, it was.
Why is it?
Today was
hot?
chilly, but yesterday was even really hot.
Yeah, no. It's I'm like, why are there moments
You're
where I
hot and you're cold. You're
Yes,
yes and
and
you're
you're
no.
no.
You're in and you're out.
Anyway, so it's a dark and cold time, but what I'm saying is I'm a little relieved, because also, not to get dark again, but climate change.
It got dark.
It got dark. Gonna get more dark, but hey,
Yeah,
it's okay.
Totally.
It's okay.
yeah, it is getting really dark here really early, and I
Mm.
have this problem where when it's dark,
Yeah.
I
We're done.
yeah,
We're done.
I tend to think
Yeah.
that everything that needs to be
Right.
done can wait.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, it's the night.
Right. It's time to rest. It's time to put on my shows.
It's time to put on my shows and literally sit back and forget about everything. At
Disassociate.
4:30.
yeah, yeah. When the sun goes down, I actually kind of, for those viewing at home.
Was that another Lin-Manuel like throwback? When the sun goes down? Isn't that in the Heights?
Oh, it is. Yes. No, I didn't mean to.
Lin.
But Lynn, come on the pod.
Come on the pod, Lynn.
No.
Moana 2.
What?
Moana 2's coming out.
Moana 2.
Lynn, he writes music for Moana.
I know.
Oh, okay,
do you
sorry.
think that? Guys, be honest. Do you think Lin-Manuel Miranda wants to come for his press tour to come sit here? Like, oh my God, can you imagine if we had Cynthia and Ariana?
I would.
I've been watching.
I think we'd all be sobbing the entire time.
Oh my God,
Or
literally. I would open my mouth. I'd be like, so, and she would look at Cynthia, and she'd start crying, and she'd start crying, and then you'd start crying, and I would be like, I haven't even asked my question.
I absolutely love all the press tour for Wicked. Also, yeah, I went to the premiere.
You went to the premiere.
It was absolutely incredible.
Yeah, I was watching all of my Instagram was Wicked premiere, and it kind of really felt like I was the only person who wasn't there. I literally was like, oh, so every gay person that I know that I follow, and by that I mean like I saw 3 gay people there, but I was just like, oh, cool, like I'm not there. That's fun.
No, it was really a really fun night. My mom loved the movie. Obviously,
course.
I love the movie as well. It was just so cool to see everybody there. I think one of the highlights, there were so many great people there, and so many great people not there.
Yes.
And absolutely had such a thrillifying time. And I just have to shout out my mom's my mom loves Jonathan Bailey, and as we all do. And everybody there, she loved to see everybody. She got to see J-Lo walk into her seat was so cool. I was like, oh my gosh, this is
fucking
so
J-Lo,
cool.
yeah.
And but she got a picture with the Olympian Steven Najornik, who won.
with the
I'm sorry
glasses.
if I mispronounced
Dancing
that wrong.
with the Stars?
Dancing with the
Did
Stars.
he win?
No, but
Oh.
all Dancing with the or a lot of them were present. The cast of Dancing with the Stars. But my mom was geeking out because we love the Olympics.
Yeah.
So that was really cool to see him and tell him congratulations.
And she looked fucking fire.
Oh, she looked
my gosh,
amazing.
that's
And
sickening.
She had that suit from my sibling's wedding. So it was perfect.
Right, gotcha. No,
Yeah.
everyone looked so cool. There were so many outfits where I was blown away, and I just I don't know. I'm just so excited to see it, but yeah,
Ugh, I can't wait for you to see it.
yeah, I know. I'm ready. I'm ready to go. I was a little nervous that when I went to go see it in theaters, it was going to be filled with a bunch of people singing and stuff. But then I remembered that I'm probably going to go in a random town in Connecticut, so I think I'll be fine. I think I'll be safe.
You know what? I thought the same, and I almost thought I would be more tempted to. Your jaw is just fully on the ground the entire time. And because, it's a movie, there are some scenes within songs where it's like that, but you're just fully, I think,
you want to hear them, you want to watch. Yeah.
Yes. Oh my God. By the visuals, because they built it all out and everything is real. It's just
it's not like we're not going to see the Eras tour in theaters. This is Wicked.
Totally.
It's Wicked the movie.
Which I feel like an Eras tour or the Renaissance. I think you should.
Yeah, when I saw
it's
Renaissance in theaters, which I did see it in a random town in Connecticut.
Yeah.
I was singing. I mean, I wasn't loud. Definitely not very loud, but I definitely wanted everyone to know that I knew every word.
Totally.
And I wanted my gay boyfriend to also know that.
Yes, well, I'm sure he does.
yeah.
I think everybody in the West Hollywood area does. So make sure your next goal to Connecticut is to let them all know that you know every lyric.
Yeah, spread the gospel.
Goals are good.
Goals are good. Goals are good. It's good to have goals right now.
Oh, totally.
That's for sure. Oh my God, wait. What are you now? Well, I guess I was trying to think earlier about things that I do to keep myself. Everyone has their own self care practices and whatnot, but I was thinking specifically about if I were to give advice on what I think good self care in times of sadness are. But then I was also trying to think about the past week, what I have done intentionally and non-intentionally in feeling sad, because I don't know about anyone at home, I think some people would call me dramatic or whatnot, but I also think it's an understandable time to be very upset. I did find myself very like catatonic a little bit, and I'm curious about like you, like what? Yeah. I was
Sorry.
like, no, we got to keep it light. We got to keep it light, guys.
Yeah.
We got
We'll
to keep
throw
it
some
light.
things in. Don't get uncomfortable if it's just like out of the wind.
Yeah.
Out of the wind.
Out of the wind. we're like it's been a hard week. yeah. Who let that wind in?
Exactly.
Yeah. Like what are for you? I'm assuming it was a tough week.
No,
or
totally.
like I mean, there were some great events that you got to do.
Yes.
And distract yourself with that. But what was some stuff that you found yourself doing?
Yes, this week I actually, luckily, did have a lot of distraction. My mom was coming in town. We were celebrating the 30th birthday of our best friend, Bettina. Went to dinner with her fam on Thursday. Then Friday went to Mariah Carey's. Saturday, Wicked. And then, which I'll talk a little bit more about, on Sunday, my mom met my boyfriend for the first time. So I have been very lucky that it has been kind of a busy week with things to look forward to.
Distracted too.
But definitely during the day, I think this week, I don't want to say more than others, but I think what I've learned when I am feeling down is to feel those feelings.
Yeah.
I have a really hard time pushing through, pretending like things are okay.
Yeah.
I'm not that kind of person in friendships or just like in life. As I grow older, I find it even harder to fake it.
Yeah.
Almost. So I definitely found Wednesday, I took the day to myself.
Yeah.
And earlier I'm saying, I made a promise to myself, like, don't let myself live in fear. But definitely fear was overwhelming, I think, on Wednesday. And staying off social media was hard, and I don't think I did a really good job of it, but I thought like that was my intention. But seeing everything definitely was, made it much more real than I had imagined. But I guess dealing with sadness for me is really, feeling those emotions, feeling sad, and really recognizing why I do feel sad and like what I can do to fix that.
Yeah.
It's hard because like I'm in a happy, there are, and this is for everybody, aspects of life right now that are very happy, and there are aspects that aren't. And this was before everything this week, so I think I have learned to, or I am learning to figure it out for myself.
Yeah.
Like not depending on like being sad about something that I could fix, and I know I can't in the grander scheme of, this country. I can't.
Right.
I can do all I can, but like it's easier than me putting, for me, like one day if I am like bored or something, I could create something.
Yeah.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like it's tangible. Almost. So this week I did go to the movies during the day. I think that is a big part too, is like recognizing why you're feeling that way, what you can do to, change it, whether that be in the long run, the future, or also like short form, which for me, short form was going to the movies during the day, or making food that I really like, or ordering food that I really like, I should say. And just like really not feeling the pressure to be like, everything's okay, everything's good. And I find myself, I don't want to say it, sometimes those feelings don't make me feel like I am a major cunt to everybody, because I think sometimes it does happen where those things affect you, or that fear or that sadness does. But really just take the intake for yourself has been really important to me, spending time alone and like really thinking about who I am and all the work we have done to get this far, and not letting, again, this fear, this overwhelming anxiety of what's to come
Yeah.
impact my right now.
Yeah, totally.
So, yeah, just taking the time to really just like be there for me.
Yeah.
I don't really do like face masks or anything like
Yeah.
that. And I think that works. That's
That's
great for
great.
a lot of
Yeah.
people. I actually like love running, love
Yeah.
watching movies. I don't know if like I have like an exact thing that I do every time I'm sad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you know, some people are like, I do this
No,
when
like
I'm
some
sad.
people are like, I want to take a bath. I'll take like a nice bath. My ass, if I was in a bath, I'd be there for 20 seconds and I'd be like, and now what?
No, I'm like pruning.
Yeah.
Like, absolutely not.
I actually took when I was younger.
Yeah, what do you do?
Well, but when I was younger, when I was like, I don't even know the ages. We'd have to ask my mom. But I think from like 8 to like 16, I took a bath every single night.
Really?
And then I would put on a robe. My mom, they called me Hugh Hefner in the house because I would always come down to dinner in a robe.
Yeah. Do you shower after you bathe?
I mean, yeah, when I did, I haven't taken a bath in years.
But after you took the bath, you would stand up and shower.
I would stand up and shower.
And
yeah.
would the shower be like hitting the bath water? So it's
sometimes yes.
Okay,
and so I was just like standing in my filth while also getting fresh water on me.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but literally, it's like such people are like, oh, baths are so great. Actually, when I was in Stockholm in our Airbnb, it was kind of more of a bath because it didn't have one of those things that was holding the shower head, so I had to like do it like this myself.
Yeah.
I felt like a fucking 3-year-old in a bath. I felt like I was a primate. Like I was just like bathing myself like this. Like,
yeah.
Washing up under like that. I felt like a monkey. But it was fun. It was cute. But no, what do I do to take care of myself? I
hate baths too. No shade to anybody.
My sister
who takes
Sydney,
baths.
you better be listening. She loves baths. And that's like her thing. And she gets like, that's the thing. She gets like comfortable and whatnot. My things are like, a lot for me is shockingly enough, like talking it out. That's a big thing for me. I feel like one of the main issues that I deal with in my life, in my personal life, even when I'm just having issues whatsoever, is like I like to talk about things a lot to like process them. Just talk to me.
That was one of those,
Yeah, one of those. The wind.
Yeah, the wind. Pulling from the wind.
No, but I found myself like I'm very lucky in that Nico, my boyfriend, he has worked in politics for a very long time. So kind of talking it out with him, having someone who like is, also disappointed, but also has their head on their shoulders a bit more about what's going on. And, because a lot of the things I think that I was saying are like worries are not necessarily based in fact, whatever, but it's still a scary time. And seeing, for me, it's always like, I always love, like, I feel like for 27 years of my life, I like never knew how to be alone. And I've gotten much better at that. I still would say that I much prefer to be with people than I do like to be alone. But I did find that on Wednesday, I woke up. I also, a good cry. I need a good cry. Like if I'm upset, like that, sometimes if it builds until the point that I cry, and then I like cry, I feel so much better afterwards. It's not even I feel better. It's just that I feel like I'm releasing like whatever sort of like stress and emotions are in me. But that was, Wednesday morning I woke up and I hit it right away. I hit it. And then similarly, to you, for me, it's also just like always just moving my body makes me feel better because I'm distracted. I have my music or my podcast, whatever. I went on a walk. It was pretty bleak, I will say. It was an interesting, I think I remember it being like, okay, this is going to be like a core memory, like walking through the streets. First of all, they were fucking empty. There was no one outside. And also at my gym at that time, usually around then there's like 35, 40 people there. It was 2 people, including me. And, just people, you could just see it on their faces. And so for me, it was just like, I wanted to like walk, feel the sun on my skin, move my body. Then I was like, fuck it. I want something good. I went and got Chipotle. I was like, see, like that's another thing. I think another thing that I've learned about myself that I think I'm getting better at is I don't even know if I talked about it on the podcast and I can get into it more, but I like struggled with a really serious eating disorder when I was in my 20s. And I feel like I used to like, in times of like being sad or whatever, I would like eat a lot and like feel terrible about myself and whatnot. And now I'm just like, no, I'm like, I've like fixed my relationship with food a lot more, but I'm like, bless you. Sorry, I want to enjoy something right now. This is something that's comforting to me. Like get something that I really enjoy. It's fucking awesome. It tasted amazing. Then I went home. I had a link to my old ass.
You ate it there?
No. I
Oh,
brought it home.
I was like, that's cool.
No, yeah. Yes. No. Oh my God, no. I'm not a big boy enough to do that.
Me neither.
Whenever I see someone in a Chipotle or whatever, just like chilling, just enjoying the day, eating themselves, I'm like, good for you. I need to go home and house this at my kitchen table with a computer in front of my face.
You know what we should do to like mend this fear that we both have? Let's go to the same restaurant,
sit at different tables,
sit single at different tables, and just kind of like do it, and then we can check in if we need to. Be like, you good?
Yeah. Hey, or I can be like, hey, can you send a drink over to that table?
Yes. Oh my gosh.
That's fun. But I got that, and I went home and I watched My Old Ass. I was like the Aubrey Plaza movie. Loved it.
It's so
cute,
so good,
so fun, and it was perfect for that day. It also got me thinking a lot about like my future self and my young self, and like who I am now and who I was then. It was honestly like a little much to watch on that day, but it was really nice. And yeah, I'm so fortunate to have the family and the friends that I do.
Yeah.
Especially in a time where there are a lot of there's a lot of division within groups of friends and communities and family and whatnot, and I just was able to talk it out with them, and that felt really good. And then I was super lucky. Obviously it was kind of a bad time for this to happen, but I was super lucky. I went to San Francisco this weekend because my 60-year-old uncle Mark, so he's 60 years old. He's never been bar mitzvahed. He had a bar mitzvah.
Happy birthday, Mark.
Happy birthday, Mark. And Amy, his twin sister.
And Amy.
But he had a bar mitzvah.
Was she included?
Yeah.
Okay, she was part of it?
Yeah. It was like her we did celebrate her birthday too.
But she had a bat mitzvah.
She had a bar mitzvah when she was younger.
Okay, so that's
that's why he was having it.
Totally.
But it was so like obviously everyone was like fuck, like this is such a sad week, totally. But it was so nice to all be together and to like celebrate someone who you love so much. And also like a bar mitzvah is like it's a feat. Like he studied, he learned everything, he learned his Torah portion, like he gave a great speech. Like it was a beautiful time to like celebrate someone who we love so much, who's so about like family and everyone being together and showing up for people. So it was really, really lovely. And honestly, like having an actual bar mitzvah. I mean, I haven't been to a bar mitzvah since I was like 13. And
were you bar mitzvah?
I was bar mitzvah, yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, the theme was Nick at Night and not Nickelodeon. It was like nightclub.
Oh, word.
Like my parents kind of knew in advance that I would be a fucking party boy.
Yeah, I love.
But
also love Nick at Night.
I know, it was cute. There was some cool merch. I have some in my apartment if you want one. I have like 7 t-shirts.
Oh,
yeah,
sickening.
The rest are gonna go on Etsy, and I'm selling them for $7 million.
Whoa.
But no, it was really nice. And then what was great is like my Aunt Carrie, she like fucking she threw a party. Like it was a party. There was
looked
a band.
amazing.
There was like the big MARK sign. And another thing is that you can get fucked up at a bar mitzvah when you're of age.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess technically you could get fucked up at a bar mitzvah. Like there were some kids sneaking alcohol and stuff when I was younger.
Oh,
not me.
Younger.
Not me. I hadn't started drinking yet. But no, but it was so fun. It's fun to be like a 31-year-old at end of sentence at a bar mitzvah, and it was great. And then unfortunately I only slept 4 hours, and then I had to get on a plane. That was scary.
Plane, bus, another club, club,
bar mitzvah, club, another round. But yeah, so those are some things. I think for everyone, I think it's really good to know. The reason I brought it up was because I think it's really good to know those things, because I think in times of anxiety and intense stress or sadness, like you might be like looking for like, oh my God, like how do I ground myself? What do I do? And it's like you want to have your toolkit.
Yeah.
It's for like how to work out, how to help yourself, and also how to help others. That was a big thing. I was like reaching out to people, making sure that they were okay, and just community is so important. So
it really is.
And also like that was another reminder to me. I was like, I'm so lucky to be part of this community, like to be a queer person nowadays. Think about all the people who fought for the rights before us and how great, the challenge is we'll keep doing that for the next generations and for the current ones.
Of course.
Yeah.
I love that. I'm so happy you got to spend some time with family this weekend. And I was lucky enough to spend some time with mine too, with my mom and my boyfriend. They got to meet on Sunday.
Unreal.
It was really fun.
Yeah.
It was really, really nice to just like worlds colliding a little bit. A lot of it. Very special. And it went really, really, really well.
Of course it did, yeah.
I love them both so much that it's like it just like warmed my heart.
Yeah.
Honestly, it kind of like I had to like blink a few times, kind of like I'm like,
Right.
is this like
Right.
happening?
This is fucking happening.
And I wasn't nervous because both of them are so amazing. So like I wasn't worried that they were gonna get along. But
totally.
as soon as he had been like, oh, I just parked, I'm like coming up.
Yeah, you're getting like
Oh
butterflies.
my god, my
Yeah.
stomach like dropped. I was like, whoa.
Well, it's because also like in those
In a
situations,
good way.
no, in a good way. I mean, I had the same thing with Nico, and you know, other like even or like Nico meeting like a best friend or whatever like that. It's like I'm like I know you're like I know my mom, I know my boyfriend, I know they're both great, I know they're both wonderful. There's no way this goes poorly, whatever. But it's still like, oh my god, these are two people who are so important to me, and I want I want it to be perfect, and I want it whatever. And I'm so glad that it was, and I'm not surprised that it was whatsoever.
No, and it made me think like this year, like not divulging into details, but like when I first met him, after our first date, or maybe even after our second, but like this year I've gone through a lot with family and just a bunch of things that I hadn't really experienced, and like also I haven't experienced like being in love in so long, so obviously that was like on the journey too. But like when I didn't, even when we didn't know each other as intimately as we do now, he was there for me in a time where I didn't feel like, obviously my friends were, but like where I felt alone in a lot of other parts of my life. And it was just really special because I haven't thought about that in a long time, or like since the beginning. And I just am very thankful for like the things that he was there for me and like had brought in my life. And it's hard sometimes to remember the things, you know what I'm saying? Because like it is such a crazy world and time and space right now that like sometimes you forget about like really special things. And like the beginning of that, I was, you know, shut your goddamn phone off.
Who the fuck just texted me?
What does Patty LuPone say? I will not continue.
Yeah.
Check them out.
Yeah.
But it's just been, I just was really, really grateful to introduce my mom to somebody who really has changed my life.
Yeah. Yeah.
And for him to meet my mom, who obviously has continued to inspire me and you know, help me become who I am today. And you know, she's like my best friend and biggest inspiration. So like I'll remember it for the rest of my life, you know? It's just really, it was just really, really special. Yeah, it's just like thought-provoking for sure.
Yeah.
And we had really good food and some drinks. And
great.
It was great. And then my mom and I came home and we watched Gladiator.
2?
No, just regular Gladiator.
I was like, bitch, send me the link.
I gotta be honest with everybody.
Uh-huh.
I did dress up as Gladiator this year.
Yeah.
I had never seen the movie.
Wait,
sorry.
Hey, look at me. Look at me. Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
For being vulnerable. Vulnerable and open.
Yeah.
I had never seen the movie.
That's okay.
What'd
you think?
I might have thought I had.
Yeah.
But I think I just wanted to be a hot gladiator.
And you were. And you were.
And you know what? I got a helmet because I wanted to stone. I stoned the sword and I stoned the helmet.
Yeah.
I had if you have seen Gladiator, even if you hadn't, he gets like, I won't spoil it, but like banished or whatever, and then he's brought back. So he's like fighting and he puts this mask on so they can't see his face. I was watching the movie, I was like, damn, like, I didn't even know he had a mask.
I fucking killed it.
I
killed
fuck.
it.
I know he says take off the mask, but I didn't know the mask was such a big part of it because he was in disguise after being like, you know.
Yeah. Banished.
And I was like, damn, I killed it.
Damn, I fucking killed that.
I literally did, and I was like,
yeah, you're like, I ate.
I should have watched this, but like at the same time, it was okay.
No,
but
now you're ready to see the second one.
It's such a beautiful movie. I mean, it's so tragic, and there's a lot of murder.
Yeah.
A lot. There was one like they're fighting in the thing, and the like horses go, and this woman just gets like cut in half. She just like
Yeah.
slides off. I was like, oh,
Girl, it's Gladiator.
I
Those were
know.
the times.
Yes.
That's what
What
the
were the
times.
times? Dates.
No idea. No.
Cool.
No clue. I also haven't seen that movie in a very long time, but I've seen it.
It was.
Yeah.
It
And
was
also,
really
I saw it when I
beautiful.
was young, and I remember being like, what the fuck?
You know, I just saw. I think Variety posted an article about how they were talking about Joaquin Phoenix being
Oh, yes.
very back and forth about
Yeah.
continuing the movie,
Yeah.
and was like, I can't do it. I can't do it. And the director, they had a relationship, a friendship of some sort, so he like pushed him to
Yeah.
continue, and they both got. I mean, Russell Crowe
Yeah.
won the Oscar,
Yeah.
and then
Joaquin
Joaquin Phoenix got nominated.
Yeah.
So like, you know, he did
Yeah.
it, but it was cool, and I really enjoyed it. But we watched that, and then my mom loves Holiday Baking
Oh, cute.
Championship
Did you-
or Great British
oh,
Bake
yeah,
Off.
yeah, okay, gotcha.
But we also watched the new Holiday
Okay.
Baking Championship.
That's
But
good, I
she
should watch that.
absolutely loves Great
I
British
saw
Bake Off.
the girl next to me on the plane back from San Francisco was watching that.
Great British.
Yeah.
This season has gotten me hooked. I
Yeah.
do like this season, and it's because of her. I started
Yeah.
it with her, but
I need to watch that.
you
We
should.
should also do a bake off. That's cute.
Let's do a bake off. What would you say is like your like strength in baking?
There was like a period, Bettina can vouch for me, like back in New York when I was baking like every single day, and I was like doing it all on my Instagram. It's so funny. I actually brought this up to Nico the other day, and he had no idea. I would like post like things, and people would like wait and comment, and like I had like crazy like cookies and stuff.
No way.
Yeah, like I would make like really intricate pastries and cookies and stuff. I haven't done it in years and years and years.
Was it on your main page?
Yeah, no. This was like when I had like 1,000 followers.
No,
This
I'm
was,
not.
like,
I'm not saying
this
that.
was-
I was
no,
just
no,
like
this
I
was
had
like-
never seen it.
Yeah, no. This was 10 years ago. This was 10 years ago. But I love baking. I just am always like, where am I gonna put these cookies? Except for my mouth.
Yeah.
And then it's just I also don't have a KitchenAid anymore.
Oh,
Like
a
I
mixer.
like when I was at my parents' house, I always there. Like I had the stuff.
Totally.
It's also just expensive, but I really like
The
yeah.
KitchenAid or baking?
Both.
Totally.
Just making a
Of
lot of
course.
stuff. It's always like also.
You don't want to go to waste either.
No, that's another thing. I just like did not want to waste all these cookies, and like as much as I'm like, okay, I can like definitely overeat these cookies. Like I was like, I can't have like 50 of them. I literally won't survive.
Totally.
But yeah, maybe like a sort of cookie or something, or like I don't know. Yeah. What about
Yeah.
you?
Probably well, I can't say that. I'd probably say a cookie of some sort, or I made a bomb ass key lime pie.
Oh,
I do make
yum.
one, but you have to squeeze the key limes
Yeah.
like individually,
Yeah.
and that's my favorite kind of pie.
Yeah.
But
Well,
I
I'm
think
gonna
I'm getting
request
pie
that.
tonight.
Where are you getting pie?
My boyfriend was like, "Do you want to get a sweet treat tonight?" I was like, "Of
Yeah.
course." Like I'm never saying no
Yeah.
to sweet treat. He's like, "You like pie, right?"
Oh, you don't know where you're going?
I don't know where I'm going.
I wonder if you're going to Apple Pan.
I'll let you know.
I had some pie last night from
But
there.
I think pie. Yeah, I would
Fun.
say key lime pie, and then I'm sorry to say, I know it's a box mix, but I make a mean funfetti cake.
Oh, I mean, fuck yeah. That's what I get every single year for my birthday from my mom. She makes my mom's an amazing chef and an amazing baker, but like I'm always like I request a funfetti Pillsbury cake with chocolate Betty Crocker frosting.
Okay, word.
Yes, and then like candy, like M&Ms around the thing with like candy corn and stuff.
Oh, cute.
And then by the way, it's the best cake you've ever had.
Oh, it really is, though.
It really is fucking
It's the same with my family. We
Yeah.
don't get cakes.
There's no reason.
We have to make
Yeah, you
funfetti
have to
with.
make funfetti.
But I do the vanilla with the sprinkles.
Yeah.
But I love.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
arts and crafts, so like
Yeah.
decorating. Anything is really fun. I'm excited for a gingerbread house. You know what I want
Oh.
to do this year? I want to
Uh-huh.
order that on A24. I'm pretty sure you can buy the like
Hereditary?
hereditary
No way. Gingerbread house?
gingerbread house.
Fuck, I want that.
We should do that on
We
here.
should do that.
That would be a good
That would
episode.
be fun.
We'll order it.
Yeah.
Do you do advent calendars?
No, I need to get one. I mean, I used to, but it's always like, for me, I do like the little chocolate ones.
Yeah.
Like it's just like I think it's like a fun thing to just like click out.
Yeah, it's cute. Last year, I got my mom inspired by another best friend of our Raf.
Mhm.
Her sister Eleanor. Shout out, hey Eleanor.
Hey.
Started doing these bong marmont.
Maman.
Yeah. The jam.
Yeah.
And they do an advent calendar
Oh,
with like
fuck.
little tiny glass.
Okay, I want that.
cute glasses of
Yeah.
jam.
Okay, cool. I want that.
And they get a new like
Yeah, I'm gonna
different
get
flavors
that.
that you would get like not in the
Yeah.
store or whatever.
Yeah.
But we love that. I think we'll do that
Yeah.
again this year too.
Yeah. There's a lot to look forward to.
There is so much.
There's a lot
the
of
holiday
exciting stuff.
season.
Holiday season is coming up, and we're gonna go to Chipotle and sit at separate tables, and then we're gonna make cookies.
No, we can't go to Chipotle. We'll go
Okay,
somewhere
we're gonna go
else.
somewhere
other than
else.
Chipotle. We need like to go somewhere where we're like there for a long period of
Yes.
time.
Yeah.
Where should we do it?
We can go to Olive Garden. I've never been.
We still haven't
Yeah,
gone. We said we're going.
We're gonna go. See, there's so much to look forward to.
There's so much.
See, it's the little things, guys. Yeah.
The little things and the big things.
Yeah.
Like Olive Garden.
Yeah.
And us coming out of Olive Garden.
Yeah. Well,
I need those breadsticks pronto.
I'm gonna house those breadsticks.
Oh, mama.
Well, I love you.
I love you so much.
We love you guys so much.
We love you.
We are here.
For you.
We are here. We are queer. We're not going anywhere.
Exactly.
We are really, really here. And obviously, write in if you're feeling down. We always want to make you feel like you are part of our lives, which you are. And
you are. And we're very thankful for you.
Yeah.
Honestly, a big thing that helps us is like doing this too. This brings a lot of joy to us and hopefully to you as well.
Yeah.
But like, it's so special to share with y'all, and thank you for being on this journey.
Yeah.
And we will continue to push forward no matter what.
And we're gonna have some fun guests on the next few weeks. We just wanted. We thought it would be a smarter idea to kind of ease back into the fun of it all.
Totally.
But yeah,
we love you so much, and happy week.
Happy week.
Yay.
Happy week.
And see you next week.
Bye.
Love you.
Love you.
Mwah.
Mwah.